I have a lot of kids. Only 2 gave me stretch marks. The rest are rentals. They're my kids, and I love them, but I have to return them to their biological mothers on national holidays. It doesn't matter that each and every one is a legal adult. They're my kids. Let me introduce you to 4 of my beloved boys. If you think they're up to something sketchy, I can guarantee you they're probably collecting Pokemon. This guy looks like a jock or a Marvel hero, but he's a geek. He and my biologicals were in high school and college together. He went with them on a mission trip to a Navajo reservation to help with community projects. He's spent every summer for 5 years working at a Christian summer camp. He now teaches history at a Christian school where he is truly invested in and cares about his students. He loves tea. He is so funny. Always a twinkle in his eye. When I see him, I see my funny, short, fluffy, mischievous imp, despite the fact he's a man. Indeed, when you see him, you see a tall, muscular black man. This angel met my biologicals in college. One of my rental daughters had been given a ride to a girls' weekend 171 miles away. Her friends had dedicated themselves to binge drinking, and she wanted to come home. He had just gotten off work, but he drove 342 miles round trip to bring her home. His favorite color is green. His smile is the brightest light in the universe, and it makes his cheeks unbearably kissable. He hates being cute. When someone treats him ungraciously, he quietly accepts it, forgives, and keeps being gracious and friendly. He's a computer wizard with an inexhaustible work ethic. Before he took a job out of state, I'd mentioned at the local hospital that my rental son worked there. When hearing his name, unfailingly, staff would bloom and brighten and exclaim things like, "He is the sweetest guy. Fixed my computer right away, and he was so nice. He is a breath of fresh air." That's my angel. It doesn't matter how old he gets. When I see him, I will always see love, grace, and fun wrapped up in my cute, chubby-cheeked son. You'll see a grown man in very long dreads. You might see him jogging. We argue about his hair. I think he would have been promoted with pay raises already if he cut his hair short or wore it neatly. I know how he wants to keep it, and I must respect his decision. We agree that riots don't help. He's a Spider-Man fan. Another rental daughter was driving cross-country to here. 3 hours away, she was too tired to drive safely. Having just gotten off work, he hopped up and said, "I'll go get her." I handed him my car keys. Another member of our tribe went with him to drive her back. Over 6 hours later, they delivered her safely home. In my borrowed car, I see my sweet son driving to work, where he earned Employee of the Month. Others see a black man with unkempt hair driving a car that isn't registered to him. When a particular rental son was having trouble in physics, I asked him who was the smartest student in the class. Him. Ask him over here for a study brunch. I'll serve coffee cake. You ask questions. He entered our house, and the missing piece of our jigsaw fell into place. I love him and his sister so much. He is dedicated to her welfare. He loves Panda Express. He uses his computer degree in a division of Amazon in a very fancy office. He's Dominican, but when categorizing him visually in America, Black, white, Latino, Asian. In America, he's black. While planning my daughter's wedding, we discovered that he is a second cousin to my son-in-law, who is also Dominican but looks Puerto Rican, and whose sister, a doctor, looks a bit like a glittering souffle of Rosario Dawson, Jennifer Lopez, and Halle Berry. Often we assume things based on how people look. When you or the police see my beloved Amazon son, his precious sister, or my daughter's doctor sister-in-law, you don't see my Dominican loved ones. You probably see black-ish. And through some people's filters, potentially dangerous black people. They couldn't be more wrong. I have another rental son who is 70% European and a quarter sub-Saharan African. In America, we don't have that crayon. He looks Saudi to patriots, especially when he's wearing the dishdasha his beloved Tunisian grandmother gave him. If he had to deal politely with a contentious person on a plane, other passengers would probably be afraid of this cute and cuddly guy instead. Fortunately, in 2001, he was too small and too cute to be considered a threat. If those people see my Christian educator imp out jogging, they don't see a biracial dedicated teacher who has performed Shakespeare. They see a potentially dangerous black man. When those people see my chubby-cheeked robotics engineer angel out jogging, they don't see the best, most giving friend they'd ever have. They probably only see the long dreads. Dreads on a potentially dangerous black man. When they see my loving son with riotous hair, they don't see a man with a degree in psychology who is working his way through graduate school. They see a potentially dangerous black man. These are not potentially dangerous black men. They are my sons, even though they did not give me stretch marks. They are loyal friends and law-abiding citizens with college degrees. But as different as they look, they're just black men to you. Every time you see a man, you're looking at a mother's baby, maybe two mothers. If you think mine are up to something sketchy, they're not. Please don't put them in danger unless they give you a good reason. They won't. Ever. They're most likely collecting Pokemon, with my 70% European son in Tunisian garb, who is not a terrorist. It's okay to see black. It's a category. But remember, they're just regular people like you and me. They are somebody's baby, no matter their age. It's okay to see black. What you think, what you dwell on, what you do when you see black people, that's the issue. Please help keep my grown, dark sons safe.